Going on a journey to the spirit world to find out what is of the highest interest for me and the students of my material to find out about sexual alchemy, spiritual sex, and ways to be in long-term relationship and keep the magnetism, build it up. See myself going through the veil. I see myself going into the tree. It feels like I'm floating this time. Acknowledging the presence of Earth Spirit. Humbly and quietly. And it feels like they're giving the stage to Earth Spirit. I say, dear Earth Spirit, what can you tell us about the times before manipulation on the planet in relation to sexuality and spiritual sex? So you're referring to the type of sexuality where the spiritual realm, the spiritual aspect of the beings involved in the sexual act are activated, are active and alive. I say yes. So in the Lemurian times, before Atlantis, a long time ago, maybe 1,000,000 years in the years around the sun, maybe 1,000,000 times around the sun, not so long for me, but in terms of humanity it is medium length of history. There's more history before that. And let's go there. Let's look at and have some feelings and images to feel into of the Lemurian time, the high level of what was possible in sexual encounters in Lemurian time. So what happens normally in this type of sexuality that you're talking about, that includes the spiritual aspect of each of the beings involved, it is possible to connect with the sun and the earth and the galaxy. connecting with the galaxy, what today has been described as cosmic orgasm, of which you've had one, Simon, in Glastonbury. And I want you to notice that it was in Glastonbury that you had this. In the Lemurian times, it was a way to connect to the whole. Unimaginably large amounts of beings are involved in lives and lifetimes in this galaxy, and as you know, when you're in a village, like the village that you're in right now, Simon, you're in a kind of bubble, and this is a beautiful bubble that you're in Esporles. And if you're in a solar system, that's another bubble. I'm just jumping straight to the bigger ones. And if you're in this one galaxy rather than another galaxy in the manifest universe, which has limits, then you are part of this one bubble called a galaxy. The portal that opens in sexuality opens to another density, another dimension. And the reality of this density is that it is cohesive with the rest of the galaxy. So you may tap into feeling the root of the galaxy. You are here as a being joining this bubble of the galaxy, and you can also join the bubble of other galaxies. But if you were in another galaxy having a sexual experience that is of a spiritual nature, you would be rooted in the root, the subtle root of that galaxy. And it's like a node where this galaxy can be felt in its cohesiveness. And it's where it springs forth the creative energy. The creative energy is sexual energy, and the sexual energy can flow, split up into masculine and feminine energy. The attraction of the masculine and feminine energy is rooted in the node, in the root node of the galaxy. So I, as a planet being, feel my sexual energy attracted to the solar being of our solar system, and both of our masculine and feminine energies spring from this node in the galaxy, where the galaxy is sprung from. So this is, as you know, not something that just happened billions of years ago, but it continues to happen. it continues to unfold. It continues to have this impetus energy, this creation energy, creating out of nothing. And it is, of course, connected to Source. But Source is creating a very specific cohesive energy with each galaxy. Just like within the galaxy, each planet and each sun has its own cohesive energy, but they all belong to a cohesive whole. Like a big village. So, what then happens when you're accessing this? These are just words now. What happens specifically is that all of your being, all of your body and your soul and your energy body and your emotional body, your organs, your consciousness, are reminded of the cohesive group energy of the entire galaxy. And this is good because it includes the plan, the layout, the golden blueprints, as you like to call them, of who you are and what you're bringing into manifestation. You're part of giving to the manifestation through your life, through your sexual activity, and through your work, and through your play, through your organic beingness frequency. It all hangs together like you learned together with your soul dad is the fact that of being with a soul in the manifest universe is then connected to everything. You're then connected to everything the entire time, whether you're incarnated or not, but as soon as you're insolated, you're connected. And so on. Then it's come to me, my part in this. Your whole body is made of molecules that are part of me, the earth. And they are part of the sun, because the sun is co-creating you. And everything else on the planet and in the solar system. The sun is transporting energy and information from the node of the galaxy, from the root node of the galaxy, and from the consciousness of the galaxy, into the sun, and transcoded into light and energy and consciousness energy down into the earth and into your body. And the way you receive it is like you're teaching every day through the earth. Telluric energy comes up into your body, into your root center, and by the way, the chakras are a manipulation. They're like add-ons, like you can see them as plugs, so it's easy to plug into your energy. your centers are spheres, not wheels to plug into. So the way this information comes to you, your soul, your body, it's giving density to your subtle being. It's giving juice to your subtle being. It's giving energy that activates and then manifests your being into a body, a cohesive body that you can walk around in, that is lighting up right now as we speak about this being energy. And it's mixing with the being energy. And it's denser than the being energy, both on the consciousness sun level and on the vital energy earth level, mixing with your being energy and your soul energy to create this walking, talking, breathing, eating, pooping, sex having, physical, dense body that you have, which is an amazing, beautiful manifestation of all of these aspects. The magic of who you are is flowing through you when you're having a sexual encounter that has spiritual aspects activated. And that is what you think the sexual healing energy is, as if it's coming from somewhere else. It is actually you, the being, mixed with the earth and the sun energy and the galaxy energy, the root energy of the galaxy, flowing through the sun, flowing through the earth into you. Becoming feelable for you and knowable who you really are. Because it's more directly your own beingness energy and the beingness of the earth and the sun and the galaxy. It is then making all the cells in your body ring with this beautiful energy. And the game of manifestation is including the separation of the whole energy into a masculine and feminine stream. And that's why your soul has from the beginning a more masculine or a more feminine energy. Which doesn't mean you can't incarnate in another form, but it's more natural, or it usually happens more that you're incarnated as the energy that you are insolated with, because this helps you to come into a stream with someone else. And here's the mystery of being in a couple relationship that really is the fulfillment of these two elements coming together. You as a couple are completing each other's energy and sexual polarity. Sexual also in the sense of masculine and feminine energy polarity. It's something that's reflected in different religions and spiritual paths. But I'm telling you here also, as a couple, when you come together, you're completing each other. You can still be independent, and it's like you're experiencing this union every now and again, and you can still be an independent man or an independent woman. You just come together when it aligns. So being in your sexual activity together with spiritual aspects activated, you're becoming aware of the source of all that is, and that is so infinite, and that normally you get energy from the sexual activity. It's not draining. And this access to source in the sexual activity is something that you can practice just by being aware of it and plugging into the earth, being grounded, not promising to give energy away to any sky people. Normal state of the sexual activity is you come away with more you-ness energy. You're more you, you're more being, you're more soul, you're more fulfilled. More. Again, just to repeat, in order for this to flow, of course you need to plug into yourself in order for this energy to flow. You plug in to yourself. You let go of your pain. You bring in the healing energy of source, like in your self-love exercise. do the same in sexual activity. You bring in your own access to source, your own more masculine or more feminine energy, and you let it flow. And then you see how much you can take. There is always more, and there's no rush. You take what you can take at that time. It's always beautiful, it's always enriching. And in those days, this access was easy, and it was not dangerous. There were no radars scanning the earth for these unions to harvest. So today, the safe way is to call up, as you do the cave, but people who have maybe not established something like that, call up my energy to above the level of the dwelling, the ceiling, or the roof. Why not the roof? No matter how big the building, on what floor you're on. And let the energy go first of all into your entire body, and if there's energy that's left over that your body cannot absorb, just let it flow into me, let it flow into the earth, and I will also send it to the sun and to the collective of humanity and the animals and the plants. This is your real, or one of your meanings of having sex and of being on the planet. Thank you, Earth Spirit. This is a beautiful message. It's solidifying what I know, and I'm really happy to learn this more and experience this more. I do have a question. Yes, Simon. The harvesting not being there at the time, was there a natural way to keep your energy, specifically for clitoral energy or ejaculatory masculine energy, to circle it or to keep it, or was it replenished so quickly that it didn't matter in the body? The continence, as you call it, the alchemizing of the orgasm energy, splitting the orgasm, as we call it, as well as releasing an egg from the ovaries, was more or less, or learned, to be controlled to be guided, not suppressed, but guided upwards into the heart as you do, into the head, into the organs. And the ejaculation would be, for the more advanced, the more experienced, would be a conscious decision. And the women did not have to produce an egg and bleed it out every month. And they would retain their life force energy that way. And the men would retain their life force energy that way. You know, your journey that you've been on of experiencing it as a loss of the ejaculation was something that, men experienced then as well, women experienced then as well. And being quite divine beings on the planet, the knowledge and the ideas of how to guide it, what you had to learn in a Tantra yoga school, would just flow into your consciousness in those days, in those eons. And there are more things that we can talk about on other times that were more advanced that you will maybe also get to experience, including circling the orgasmic energy, letting the orgasmic energy flow into the nature, into the plants, into the food, into the plants that you would then eat, into the fruits, into the trees, into your whole valleys that you lived in. And this was really a very, very natural cycling and recycling of beautiful divine energy with nature. And you, humans, are really in that position to do this. Animals would do this as well, but you would do it on a high level, really more than the sum of all parts, really bringing it into nature, into the fruits, and the plants love you for it. And they happily feed you for it. This is the cycle of life. This is the station, the stewardship, the position that you hold as humanity on me, your planet. And it goes into the rest of the universe as well, and for sure into the rest of the galaxy. So enjoy this knowledge. Enjoy knowing what your station is. And that is where the legends of lovemaking in the fields comes from. But it is not important where you do it. You can do it in nature and in the fields. And we love that, and it is very juicy. And it's maybe the highest. But in this transition phase, you may want to do it privately in your cubicles that you call call your homes. But you can make outdoor lovemaking spaces for yourself, where you can be warm and where you're on the ground. And you can have something soft, and she's giggling, but you don't have to torture yourself and lie in the dirt, which is not dirt, which is divine granules of life. But having a little house or a little hut or a little round-shaped thing made of sticks and stones and leaves, with a little safe hearth or fireplace, where you can make love with the land as you do. That is the highest. But it's also spontaneous, where you just think that you might be alone. Were you doing this? Like you have done, Simon. Looking at a whole landscape, looking at mountains in the Americas as you did. And just having this wonderful, wonderful magic living process happening. Listening for your impulses, like you always stress. Listening for your impulse, your cosmic impulse. Inviting your own inner cosmic man, your own inner cosmic woman. The cosmic root of your being. Connecting with the female, feminine energy, and streaming your own masculine energy from the root node of the galaxy. That is the highest. That is the highest. Well, this feels like it's enough for today. I say all thank you, Earth Spirit, for this beautiful sharing. This beautiful this beautiful journey. It's a perfect word for this. And this teaching and this lesson. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm seeing Earth Spirit kind of disappearing again. I say thank you again to our beautiful Earth Spirit and the solar being and the galaxy. And I pass back through the veil, back into 3D, extraordinary, organic reality right here in Esborles.